People ask us if our father's gay. I say, I don't know. He ain't never tried to fuck us.
But there is a conversation. You said your dad was a ladies' man, but there's like always been those rumors that your dad wasn't completely like heterosexual. Have you heard about those rumors before? And what do you feel about that?
On stage, I used to say that people ask us if our father's gay. I say, I don't know. He ain't never tried to fuck us. How we supposed to know? I don't know. That's y'all. I don't know, brother. That's hearsay. They used to say a whole lot of folks was gay. I don't, that's Hollywood. There's a whole lot of folks in Hollywood who are gay. Yeah. There's a whole lot of folks in Hollywood that you think are gay that are not gay. So I don't know. I'm not gay. He's not gay. We're not bisexual. In fact, he's polyamorous. He got about 4 or 5 women. I got one wife with 4 or 5 children. So that's how we do it. So anyway, that's their business again. But the bottom line, that's the business of, it comes back down to Richard Pryor Jr. Everybody else saying stuff is saying stuff. People will say all kind of stuff, but what is he saying? If he ain't saying it, it's not happening.
So what he did say to TMZ, where they caught him on the street,
that was
you didn't feel that was...
I don't know what he was saying. He said on TMZ, what did he say? He said on TMZ, they asked him the question. He said he didn't want to talk about it. Yeah. He said whatever happened to me was at 13. Did you hear the stories I said? No, he said he was he said he was underage. It was non-consensual. Yeah. Right? Right.
But he didn't mention names.
But he didn't mention no names. What he was talking about. The
videographer did mention Paul's name. The videographer did mention Mr. Mooney's name. So I just want to at least add context to that question. Yeah. That they did deliver.
He didn't mention his name. You could interpret that in a lot of variety of ways.
Yeah. Until somebody says, I f*** Paul Mooney.
He says, Paul Mooney raped me.
Paul Mooney
molested
at a certain age, and get your timeline right. That's what the bodyguard got to get. He got to get his timeline right.
Then we got a case.
So we can sit up there and talk about it and see what's really going on. And then let's see who too.
Yeah.
And my last question in this space, if your father were to come out, if you will, what kind of impact do you think that would have?
If he come out, what?
Mr. Khan.
If he came out
as homosexual.
He can't be homosexual because he's got children.
That's not homosexual. That would be bisexual.
James Baldwin was totally gay.
Gay. Love James Baldwin.
And he was one of the strongest people out here toward dealing with race relations. So I don't think that has maybe for some conscious Hotep folk, they would have a problem with that. But
it's some conscious Hotep folks that are gay.
Or bisexual. So when you really look at it, these times, would it really be a big deal? I don't think it would be a big deal.
But what is the contribution? What is the contribution to society? Like Dick Gregory said, he continued the journey, the evolution of black consciousness, and he brought it through his comedy. Does it matter if he's bisexual? If it matters that he's bisexual, that means you homophobic. What does that mean? You mean saying somebody who's bisexual or gay, they can't contribute to the evolution and advancement of society? So, and I'm talking about a gay thing. I'm not talking about Paul Mooney. I'm talking about overall. But right now, today, it's accepted. It's accepted. So why are we tripping about somebody's sexuality? People got
don't think it would be a positive impact? You think it would be a positive impact since it is kind of happening today?
I think real fans would not care.
Yeah.
Real fans would not care. Haters are always looking for something to hate on. So it would just be something added to hate on.
I don't think it would make, it may make him more famous.
Yeah.
That's what Mr. Khan, but that's what Mr. Khan was saying.
That's what he was saying.
I think if Paul Mooney would come out what the gay folks call come out of the closet, he would be one of the top comedians. It's his hiding in the closet like he's not. Because when people see Paul performance, they hear what he's saying, but they're like, I'm seeing something else. Like, ooh, baby, there's something else there.
I want to know, is the bodyguard gay? Is he gay? Did we ask him that? So he was sitting up there looking kind of sweet too. But my point is, we don't know who's gay and who's not gay. And
Till
if
they
he
come
is-
out.
And let's see what happens as it unfolds. But far as we know, that doesn't stop our love for our Father. That doesn't stop his greatness, whatever he is. But far as we know, how many children he had? 5, 6 times, including the Simeon.
Yeah.
So we know he nutted 6 times. We know that. So
With a woman.
With a
Okay.
woman, and like I said, we know our mama. He wasn't gay when he was with our mama. He wasn't gay when he had his beautiful wife Yvonne. So, she was a beautiful woman. Still is. So we just know him as a father, as a family man, somebody who stood up against racism, somebody who was Richard Pryor's good friend, and somebody who helped a lot of comedians become good at their craft. That's the Paul Mooney we know.